about them having kind of two offerings. One is a content-based offering, the third-party service where they would generate, your content for you for your benefits kind of management campaign or engagement campaign. And the second would just be a platform that would manage all of your communications related to whatever that campaign is. How do you think about them providing, third-party content versus being a contentless platform, and how does that affect the value proposition for GuideSpark?
When you say, I want to make sure I understand your question. When you say third-party information, so you've got a quote
of having kind of outsourced people to generate content and videos for you to have greater enrollment in benefit plans.
Oh, yeah. I mean, the ability to be able to, when you can work in a multi-channel or a multi-modality kind of environment, it's absolutely key. So, in being able to get to individuals in the organization, and whether or not it's a simple, email or a document or a video or a PowerPoint presentation or something, yes. Having those multiple modalities are very, very helpful and marketable in the organization, because they spark then or smack of a full suite, intranet kind of an approach, which is obviously very helpful in the market. So it goes, like we were saying earlier, it goes beyond that step of just communicating and being able to get to individuals. To me, at least in my experience, I see them as two different markets. Those people that need a GuideSpark, which has the full suite, and as you said, they break it up into two pieces, if you will, which basically, as I said earlier, in my opinion, if you get the sort of the larger suite, you get that communication, beekeeper-like approach sort of built in. I think what GuideSpark does is they market it sort of as two separate pieces per se.
What kind of organization is a target customer for GuideSpark?
I think an organization that obviously not only has to communicate with individuals across a wide spectrum, meaning a wide geographical area, maybe out of the office, maybe on the road, as well as having the need to be able to provide for them intranet-like capabilities. That is the movement of information to be able to spark either workflows or discussions or collaboration or things of that nature. So I see the GuideSparks as sort of more of almost a, if I can use the phrase, almost like a workforce, collaboration kind of tool. So you've got information as well as collaboration going on. So those people who need those kind of services, I think look towards to a GuideSpark more than say a Beekeeper, which is just sort of simple, what I call simpler communications.
If an organization is considering GuideSpark, who are they most likely to compare them against in their evaluation?
In my opinion, I would say they would look, more towards a dynamic signal. They would tend to be sort of the ones that most people, I think, would compare them to. Honey.is is, I don't think I wouldn't put them into that category. That's more of a marketing kind of approach. Jostle maybe, because they do communications, as well as, try to understand really who's doing what and working together to move things around and making information easy to find and to share. So I would probably say, to that question, GuideSpark, Dynamic Signal, and Jostle would probably, at least the ones that I'm most familiar with, would probably fall into that short list of considerations.
And why would an organization choose one over the other?
Well, then I guess it just depends on, references, functionality, growth, that sort of thing. If you look at Dynamic Signal, all of these companies, by the way, they've all been probably started in the last, 8 or 10 years or so. Dynamic Signal, they've got, a very heavy presence in